we were taking it a second at a time, and that's all we had. No discussion of the NICU or anything like that, because she was not expected to make it out of my stomach alive. I stayed here on bed rest for over 2 months. For a while I was here. I was getting my mail here. With Gaby, well, I was sleeping and I ruptured. Then they told me they have to go ahead and induce. There's no possible way this child is going to be viable or this child is going to live. I mean, I'm hearing my baby's heartbeat. This is not something you want to just say. I'm done with this. I've already had a connection with my baby, and I know at that time it's always just a fetus, but to us, she was our baby. I was scheduled for the C-section, but they warned me that because I had no fluid, Gaby may not be totally developed, or she may just not make it out alive. I remember Gaby had 10 fingers and 10 toes, and she had a birthmark on her left, even though she was tiny, but I saw that she had them. And they took her away, and that's when it all started for her. I didn't know anything about NICU. I didn't even know babies can be born to survive that young. And when I got there, it was terrifying. It's very intimidating when you go into the NICU and you see, you hear all these alarms going off and these wires, and your baby's in a box, the incubator, but it's basically considered a box. As a first-time mom seeing these things, it's very intimidating, and all these machines and wires on her tiny, fragile body. It's really, really scary. I was terrified, but the nurses in there, they told me it was going to be okay, and they tried to explain the tiny details of everything to me. Gaby was not expected to live the first couple of hours after birth, so she had chronic lung disease, COPD, she had neck that almost killed her, ROP, brain bleeds, atrophy. She had heart issues. You name it, Gaby had it. You just never knew what was going to happen with Gaby, and it was just always, you take it a second at a time. You're being called. I would leave the hospital and they would call me and tell me, and they would tell us, Angel and I, that we need to come back because they think this is the time, this may be her last moment of breath. And as a parent, you don't ever want to hear your child is just not going to make it. But we knew, we knew, Angel and I knew what we were dealing with and how sick Gaby was, and we wanted to take every second there as a gift, and that's what we did. She had the respiratory therapist. Everybody was in good shape when Gaby was there, because I can laugh about it now, but it was not a laughing matter then. And I thank God that we're able to laugh about it now, and just to see her running around and to see the things that she's doing. She's running around. She was never supposed to do that. Cognitively, she's there. She knows her alphabet and her numbers and colors and shapes. And we're just ready for the ride God has for us with Gaby. That's about it. She's a firecracker.